Hey, CJ here from Urban Defense Solution, UDS. Here just kind of want to take the time to kind of talk about what's going on right now. 2020 has been a year. It's been a hell of a year, as we all know, with the COVID-19 and amongst another slew of things that's been going on with the country right now. But what all that's being said is awareness is at its highest now. Situation awareness. We got to start thinking about situation awareness. I know it's some things that people don't want to talk about, but things are happening out there. If you go on our page, we post certain things, and we don't post things to promote violence. We promote mindset. We're trying to get people to understand that a lot of these situations that happen could be totally be prevented. And it's all about changing up a couple things. They didn't change up the lifestyle. We're not talking about going out tactical all the time. We're just talking about changing our perception of what we see versus on what we do. We just need to start going to the mindset of defending yourself. I got a little thing I want to kind of bring up. Here in Detroit, I don't know if anybody heard this on the news, but we had an incident where a young lady got into an argument over a Uber Eats delivery. Maybe been dropped off to the wrong address, but in a result of this argument with another neighbor, she winds up pulling out a firearm, and unfortunately, she winds up shooting her child. Now, there's a whole lot of things that went crazy with this situation. So again, the lady came home, had some Uber Eats delivered, went to the neighbor's house.
That little girl fighting for her life today, and according to a neighbor who tells us she was also shot at, this dispute involved several people, and she says it was all over an Uber Eats delivery.
It's quite frankly disgusting.
A frustrating and tragic scene for responding officers in the 10th precinct. It all happened last night just before 8 o'clock at a duplex on Tyler near Petoskey. Detroit police tell us they first got a call about some neighbor trouble.
Person armed with a hammer. While en route, that was updated to shots being fired. Our officers arrived to see a number of people engaged in an argument, some fight.
That fight, according to one neighbor, all over an incorrect Uber Eats order. The neighbor says the order was contactless delivery and it was sitting on the porch. Another neighbor, who did not want to go on camera for our story, says the female suspect got into an argument with several neighbors all over the reported food mix-up. They say she fired multiple shots, they guess around 6. Detroit police say one of them struck the woman's 21-month-old daughter, who was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Detroit police arrested the mom, who they say is a valid CPL holder.
There are a lot of people that are lawfully carrying firearms, and I encourage the people that are able to do that lawfully to do so lawfully. But with that becomes a great responsibility of what your actions can be, and obviously what the consequences may be.
Uber is aware of the incident and tells us they're looking into it and will work with police in any way to help. That mother remains in police custody this afternoon. We have reached out to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for details on any possible charges. We're expecting to hear more later on today. Reporting on the city's west side, Jen Shantz, 7 Action News.
All right, Jen, tragic. Thank you for the update.
People, you are held at a higher standard when you have that firearm on you. So if there's any opportunity for you to walk away, which I'm sure in this situation you had your kid with you, so situation where you're not even supposed to be getting into no arguments if you got your kid with you. That shouldn't even be happening. You got your kid with you. There's no reason why you should be in an argument where your firearm is coming out and you have your kid with you. So number one mistake. Second mistake, if you're not willing to deal with the consequences that come behind this, then it's got to be worth it, people. It's got to be worth it. Like, and when I say worth it, I mean it's got to be something where you feel like you had no other opportunity, no other choice. You had to do what you had to do. This young lady felt she was going to pull out her firearm. I believe the other person had a hammer. But again, I'm talking about why did it get to that point? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, when you know you have the means to take a life, because that's what a firearm is. It will take a life. If you have the means to take a life, people, you have to be, that's serious. You have to be on your P's and Q's. I mean, just you have to be. It's got to be undoubtedly something that you had to do. You know, so if there's any type of situation where you can walk away and you didn't, it's not gonna go well for you. It's not gonna work. So she's in a whole heap of stuff. Not to mention her daughter is in critical condition right now over Uber Eats. Again, people, it's just not worth it. You know, I know everybody's hyped up right now, but when you have that firearm, you need to hold yourself to a higher standards. You need to hold yourself to a higher standards than some of these police officers. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't, be safe, people. Just be safe and be smart. Let's use our brains. You know what I'm saying?